So it goes.
Hold up your answers.
How is Mickey doing today?
You're just a really hard worker.
Bravo! Tebrik ederiz. Şahane.
Rotation ve position.
Evet, Ilgaz'dan alalım.
Hocam bence çok eğlenceli geçti.
Artbot Coding Contest teaches game development to 2,000 kids using .Big Bang. In the middle of 2022, we noticed many curious new creations being made on .Big Bang with Artbot in their title. A little investigation led to the source, a Turkish education initiative run by Dijital Atölyesi, let's call in English Digital Age Workshop, in Ankara, Turkey. Nefisa Jabic Aslan is the program coordinator of the workshop. We called up with them to find out more. Hi Nefisa! I wonder if we could start with little intro information about Artbot game coding competition. What is the project all about?
Hello, I'm Nefisa Jabic Aslan, the program coordinator of Dijital Atölyesi, Digital Age Workshop in English, Makerspace in Ankara, Turkey. The space was founded in 2017 and has reached 9,000 students with its work so far. Officially, it is the first and only establishment in Turkey that has the features of a makerspace, hackerspace, and Fab Lab, and has been operating under the top University of Economics and Technology since its establishment. Artbot.com is a safe search engine developed by Dijital Atölyesi for children in Turkey. The little characters you see in Big Bang creations are the Artbot mascot. Artbot serves many purposes for children, such as the Artbot game coding competition, which focuses on raising awareness about safe internet use and supporting students to be productive in the digital world. The competition was launched in 2021 and organized for the second time in 2022 with the Ankara Development Agency, a government institution, and using the Big Bang platform. The full name of this year's event is the Tech Ankara Maker Program Artbot Game Coding Competition 2022. The competition was free to enter and hundreds of children aged 8-14 living in Ankara province participated.
How did you find Big Bang and what were the qualities that made you choose it as the platform for the contest?
People in the STEM field know that an important part of teaching coding, design, and game development is to constantly follow new advancements. We were looking for a new platform to take students learning block-based coding to the next level when we came across Big Bang. The most important feature of Big Bang was that it was web-based. Younger children usually didn't have their own devices and were mostly using their parents' computers or old computers that were left in a corner of the house. Those with their own device usually had only tablets. This situation made it difficult for them to have continuous, sustainable access to any platform, and constantly changing devices was a big issue. Big Bang was like medicine for this problem. A web-based and device-independent game development platform was like a dream that came true for us. That's why we immediately added Big Bang to the curriculum of our game development workshop.
Nefisa, We saw lots of exciting videos popping up on social media in which that Big Bang was presented to hundreds of school children at a time. What were these events all about and how did they go?
2,000 students were introduced to that Big Bang for the first time. It was an amazing experience. To explain the process of organizing the competition, we started by reaching out to schools, teachers, students, and parents via email and held meetings to further explain it. We also reached out to hundreds of teachers in Ankara through social media, with over 400 teachers responding. We participated in the two biggest festivals in Turkey to introduce that Big Bang in the competition and gave interviews to most important national and local press, including TRT Çocuk, Hürriyet, Anadolu Ajansı, TRT Radio, 360 TV, and Haberturk. All of this increased interest in the competition, and schools began to invite us to introduce it to their students. We visited 13 schools and introduced that Big Bang to over 2,000 students. The stories, videos, and posts that you see may not fully capture the excitement of that environment. It was much more than you know. Also, the questions that the children asked about the competition and that Big Bang were very logical. Children are very excited about game development, no matter where in the world they are. And that Big Bang is a platform that greatly increases this excitement.
What kind of reactions and feedback did you get from kids and educators who used the Big Bang for the first time in the competition?
We were also very curious about the initial reactions to us switching to that Big Bang. We organized online seminars and workshops for parents, teachers, and students, which were a good opportunity to see reactions and take feedback and answer questions. Using a platform that includes design, coding, and game development tools pleased students, teachers, and parents. The choriste at the beginning of the competition gave way to a sense of happiness. From this perspective, collaborating with that Big Bang in this year's competition was a very good decision.
Nefisa, how many entries did you get and what was the range of submitted games like?
A total of 417 applications were made, with 228 submitted fully and on time. We would like to thank all the participants who submitted 3D That Big Bang games based on the robot character, the symbol of safe internet use. We hope to have raised awareness among children on both internet safety and coding.
Nefisa, what was the process of sorting through the entries like and what was the criteria for choosing the winner or winners?
The main criteria was that our bot must be the main character of the game. The jury evaluated how well the message about our bot and safe internet for children was conveyed, along with the overall design of the game and how entertaining and educational it was. The competition jury reviewed games from every corner of Ankara and met to evaluate the picks. The games that received the highest scores were invited to participate in the online final, where they introduced their games to the jury. After the jury evaluated these presentations, the winners received their awards.
Were there any big hurdles you had to overcome in using the Big Bang and teaching so many kids the foundations of game design?
There were challenges in explaining that Big Bang to children of different experience levels and ages. For example, our online workshops used beginner or average level explanations. To be fair to everyone, we were able to offer more advanced explanations were required, but we kept in mind that the process had to be fair. Also, that Big Bang's version 0.9 update in October 2022 coincided with the competition. The change of UI meant we had to explain the new interface. After a challenging transition, the new version made the game making process easier and produced more successful games. We are pleased that we were able to overcome the difficulties by communicating with the That Big Bang team, who worked hard to solve these problems with us.
Nefisa, do you have any words of advice for young aspiring game developers looking to learn more about game development and start a path into a game dev career?
As a makerspace that has been active in the STEM field for years, we are aware of how much interest and momentum game development has gained in recent years. Since the day it opened, our workshop slogan has been the meeting place for those who produce the future, not just consume technology. Indeed, we have brought 9,000 children into the magical world of production in one way or another. We follow their progress and provide guidance on which areas they should focus on. For those who watch this interview and are new to this field, our advice is to get to know themselves and their abilities. Game development is a long process and requires patience and the will to develop skills over time. It isn't a short-lived adventure. They should follow new developments and be in communication with others. Of course, everyone who loves digital production and games has a great potential to become a game developer, but whether it continues as a hobby or professionally depends on the determination and perseverance in that job. Thanks so much.
So hello again. Now we can get to the game jam we organized together. I mean, how did it feel that something you organized out of your region had a huge interest, or what do you think about the competition itself?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite an amazing feeling to see people see value in something that you've made. You know, like I was saying, the kind of normal thing for games is that games in general, like if you think about all of the games people make, most of them don't work, or like most of them are not successful, either in the middle or whatever. So I think that, you know, building something, and we've spent so long doing it, and then seeing people come and say, oh, this has got value to us, we can use this, it's going to be good. That's just an incredible feeling. And you know, the first time that we realized something was happening is that we just saw all of the little voxel objects of ArfBot being made, and so we were like, what's going on? Like, why are there like 20 different copies of this thing? And it was interesting to see, you know, people's approaches to that, how they'd all, you know, interpreted the character differently and built their own thing. Yeah, so just an amazing feeling. Yeah, really fantastic. And I think it's the kind of thing I would have dreamed of happening when we first started building it. Like, really hoped that something like this would happen. So yeah, really, really fantastic.
Yeah, that's so nice to hear it from you. You have reached hundreds of children with this game jam. Also, it made people realize that Big Bang is like active in Turkey. Do you have anything to say to new users of Big Bang from Turkey? Yeah, like, do you have a special message to them?
Yeah, I just want to say welcome. I mean, we really try to build a community that welcomes everybody. It doesn't matter what skill level people have, whether they're an absolute beginner or whether they have like skills already and they've built games. You know, the community that we're building is really intentionally trying to welcome everybody and give something useful to everybody. So yeah, I just want to say we're really happy that people are using Big Bang. We're happy that people from Turkey are using it, and just welcome everybody to the community.
Yeah, we are so happy to share these platforms with people in Turkey too. That's really nice. Do you have any future plans to visit Turkey? Maybe we can organize a gaming hackathon where you join physically. I mean, would that be lovely?
Yeah, I think that would be great. I don't have any plans to visit at this time. You know, I think since COVID happened, we've been kind of like much more conservative with traveling, and I actually haven't visited the UK for 5 years.
Oh.
So yeah, but I think it's definitely on my list of places to visit in the future.
Yeah, you'll be more than welcome to here, you know. And we have to come to the end of the interview. Is there anything you'd like to add? We'd love to hear anything else from you too.
Just that it's been really fantastic to see all the games and objects that people have made, and all of the hard work that the kids have done and put into their games. It makes me really happy that we've built something that people are enjoying and have spent time, you know, building with. Yeah, and just to welcome people to the project. I think that's it.
Yeah, it was really nice to, I mean, share these emotions and all the creative things we've seen. That was really such a great experience for myself, and I think all my crewmates agree on that too. It was really nice to be together in this project. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much.